everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I'm happy to be back. I hope that you had wonderful, wonderful weeks. You enjoyed your days and a lot of beautiful things happened in your life. So welcome. Let me know who's there. Remember that I'm using StreamYard in order to come here live on different platforms. I'm here on YouTube. I'm here on Facebook and different platforms on Facebook. So because I'm using StreamYard, all I need you is to check the description of this video and go to the link streamyard.com/Facebook. It's true that for YouTube, you shouldn't have any problems, but for Facebook people, you just need to give that authorization so I can see your names. Natalie's here, Willow's here. Some people, I don't have names, like this beautiful person. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? So I hope you're doing great. I just hope you're doing wonderful. And let me know what happened in your life in the past weeks. Did you feel a lot of energy shifts? Because today we're talking about the energetics of what it is to be a light worker and all the fluctuating energies around us that are affecting our powers and the way we express our powers and the way we embody our power. So my question to you is, I haven't been with you live for 2 weeks, or almost 3. So how did it go for you? Did you feel a lot of fluctuations? Did you have some amazing upgrades you would like to share? Hello. Wonderful. So everyone says feeling good, or at least the ones who are writing a comment, feeling good, feeling better. So I'm happy. I'm totally happy to hear that, because yes, you did feel the energy floating around and shifting around. It's totally normal. And I think we have to get used to this. It won't stop. It's meant to fluctuate from one day to another. But what we can control is simply how we respond to those energies. So today, energy hygiene for the light worker, it's all the tools and the ways you can take care of yourself as a light worker. I will give a few examples, but just know that it is a personal experience. It is a personal journey, and some tools I will share today that might be extremely powerful for me or other light workers could be totally, unnecessary and not even bringing any kind of satisfaction to you. So just be aware of that. Just be aware and make your own selection. The best way is really to try them, and try them many times. I'm just checking my microphone, I'm sorry, is sliding down, and checking that sometimes we might not feel totally ready for a process or a way to clear your energy, and sometimes we are. So we need to try many times and adapt everything. So thank you for being here. If it's the first time you're here, I'm Natalie. I am Natalie Restored. I'm a channeler. I'm a light worker mentor, and I help all light workers who want to upgrade their intuitive powers in alignment with their soul purpose. I just help you feel completely focused, clear on what your soul purpose is, so we can just dissolve anything that is in the way of expressing your pure magic. So I do work with people over a few months. As I said in a previous post, I'm not working in a group program yet, but it will, because I'm revamping it. I've been doing that for a while, never finalizing it, but now it's happening, because the upgrades are pretty much setting the tone of what I'm going to work with, which is way more empowering than what happened before. So right now I'm working in a private community and one-on-one, and I can talk about that later, as I want us to dive into the topic of today. So Willow says, lots of ringing in ears, high pitch, then chills. Yes, 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 totally. These can be ways of letting you know that you're definitely transmuting something. So I know a lot of channelers are sharing their visions and their feelings around actual energies. And I think it's fine. I feel it's totally fine. Actually, it helps people find out whether or not they're really feeling something similar or not, whether they're inventing it or not. So that's great. So all the energy updates and energy forecasts are great. But you're a unique being and a unique light worker. So some may impact you, some may not. I may feel totally personally kind of set off balance because there's solar activity or something is happening in the world. Somebody might not, and vice versa. So energy updates, mine or anyone else sharing that kind of information, are good as information, but they're not the truth with a capital T. They're not the unique truth. Some people won't be affected at all by any kind of external energy. Actually, the only energy that does impact you a lot is your own energy and how you respond to external stimuli, to external energy fluctuations. So before I dive in a little bit deeper into this topic, I want you to receive the information from an energetic point of view and not from a mental point of view. So I will invite all of us to enter a deep state of relaxation. And yes, and again, open up our heart centers, so we can definitely receive the guidance from the heart and not from the mind. All right, beautiful ones. So close your eyes right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely until no more breath. A big, big, big sigh of letting go completely. A big. Let's do this for 3 more breathing cycles at our own pace. Let's do this. Beautiful. So use your powerful imagination to imagine, visualize that you have a beautiful white light all around you. And this white light acts as a connector between your earth self and your higher self. And your higher self holds all the data of your future self, your past self, your alternate lives, parallel lives. It knows everything, and it knows actually what you're experiencing right now, and if there are any blocks that needs to be cleared. It knows everything. So feel this connection. This white light is you dialing 1-800 higher self and just having this clear, pure, perfect connection with this aspect of you who knows exactly how your own energy is working, how sensitive you are to external energies, and how you need to modulate your energy so you don't feel destabilized by external events, whether it's a conversation you have with somebody or what you saw in the news or your own experience of life. It is important for the light worker, actually, for the healers, for the intuitives, for everyone. But let's talk to our people, the ones who are aware of their intuitive sides. you are even more susceptible to feel and experience fluctuations in energy within and around you. And that might trigger different feelings within you. Feelings of empowerment or feelings of disconnection from a reality you do not subscribe to, you do not connect with. So today, all the words and all the energies that will be shared will create an echo, a resonance in your field. Some words won't reach your heart, while others will activate a dormant code, a dormant awareness of, yes, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to stop doing. This is what I need to be aware of. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So we continue on this partly channeled, or I shouldn't say partly, it is channeled, but it's another way of channeling. When my eyes are open, it's more a conversation with channeling content. So what is disturbing you energetically speaking? And feel free to list all of these elements. What is really making you feel that you're losing your energetic composure? You feel like more vulnerable, you feel more less focused energetically, you feel depleted, you feel that something sucked out energy out of you. Just list this in the comments section and you'll see that a lot of us are feeling the same way. What I can tell you while you guys are writing this down, what I can tell you is that the only energy you can actually master is yours. The only energy you can modulate, control, amplify, reduce, expand is yours. So whatever you enter in contact with will enter your energy field. Your energy field will analyze it before it comes to your mind. Analyze it as, imagine that your energy field, your aura, whatever you want to call it, imagine that this field of energy kind of analyzes, scan the energies around you. And the first, that's a question. And I'll see those of you who are following me, who have been following me for a while, probably will have the answer. What is the first aspect of your being, your reality? What is the first aspect of you? What is the first aspect that is actually being aware, being made aware of the energies entering your field? Which part of you is being stimulated first before you're even aware of, oh, yeah, these energy are this, I feel this way. So I'm just waiting for this answer. Which part of you, of your being, is actually touched first, triggered first by external energies? I'm waiting for your answers. Willow says overwhelmed by energies, good or bad. So that is sensitivity for sure. Just waiting to see if I have more answers. It's not a test. Nobody will get evaluated. Okay, thanks for sharing what is disconnecting you from an energy balance. So heart and arms, I'm sorry, I don't have your name. So yeah, you feel that your heart and arms are what? Arm hairs, I'm sorry, arm hairs. Yeah, so goosebumps, and yes, definitely. So, and you're pretty much answering this, whomever you are, beautiful one. You're pretty much answering this. But Rachel, wonderful. So your body is the first intuitive component of your whole being that will pick on energies around you. And yes, goosebumps, shivering, I need to maybe stop a little bit and okay, feeling dizzy a little bit, feeling excited, the body feels it first. So that is important for you to first acknowledge that the first part of you that will sense and scan surrounding energies is your body. Your body is connected to your energy field, and your energy field expands a lot and more and more and more if you're highly sensitive, not especially intuitive, but sensitive. When we're highly sensitive, what happens is that we don't control as much our energy field. So it's always wide open. It's big. It's always in high expansion. So it means that it can pick on anything. So it doesn't mean close it off, reduce your sensitivity to things. It just means that don't get overwhelmed, don't get controlled by the energies you receive, you see? So maybe you could be invited right now to just see how big your energy field is. Maybe that's a vision you can have and feel it. If it's like, when you channel, it's great to have it like fully open, but in your everyday life, you don't want it to be bigger than a few, inches around you. People, like highly intuitive people, might perceive your energy way further, but intentionally, you do not want your energy field to be too wide. If not, you will pretty much pick on like your neighbor's energy. You will pick on family's energies, even though they're like miles and miles and miles away. So it is very important that you're aware how much you radiate energy and how far. Again, sensitivity is great, but when it's out of control, when it's not monitored, it goes too far, and you don't know how far it goes, and then energies coming in and out are a little bit out of your your control. It's hard for you to monitor them. So that's one thing. So your body is the first sensor. Normally, when somebody's fully aligned with their own vibration, nothing could take you off balance. Nothing. Bad news, good news. Oh, of course, you have a heart. You may feel sad. You may feel joy. You may feel a lot of different feelings. But when you are in total harmony with your own energy, you read it so well, then whenever you feel that you are feeling sad and there's no specific reason, and you try to find out and there's nothing, then chances are that you have been triggered by somebody else's energy, present or far away. That's where it is important to do some kind of clearing. So there are many ways to clear your energy field whenever you're dealing with an energy, a vibration, a frequency you feel is not yours, or if it's yours, different, we'll talk about that. But if it's not yours, because you're trying to find out, why am I feeling off? Why am I feeling energetically depleted? I haven't done anything. I haven't chatted with anybody. I haven't interacted. So then it's definitely a distance kind of connection you have with another energy. So it would be hard and very long for me to share all the possible tools and tips, but you know yourself. Doesn't mean you need to meditate. Do you need to channel and ask the energy to leave your energy field? Maybe. Do you need to go for a walk? Definitely a good tool, but don't sit with it. Don't sit with it. You're not nobody will ever oblige you, except yourself maybe, to stay with a feeling, a sensation that is not yours. So it is important that you try many energies, energy process or energy clearing process, so you know which one works for you. I just rapidly shared a few, but I'm pretty sure you have your own. I'm pretty sure you have your own. Maybe you're making your own. I know for me, swimming is great. I know channeling for me is great. I know dancing is great, listening, making music. And you know what? Some won't work someday. So it's important to have some kind of a, a chest filled up with different tools to go back to center, so you can go back to your center. Now, if the energy that is taking you off balance is coming from you, that is something you can dig in. That is something. So you can be interacting with somebody and that person says something or doesn't say something and it triggers you, and you may feel that that person has a bad energy or let's say, an unbalanced energy. So it is important to find out, why is it triggering me? Why is it making me feel off balance? So you have the right to leave a room where you feel out of balance, where you feel like energetically depleted. Because it's true, you could be invited in a party and everyone is vibrating on another frequency and it's like totally not for you and you want to leave. But even if you leave, you should always ask, this feeling of this sensation of feeling not at the right place, not with the right people, is also connected to your own emotions and your own background and potentially your own program, the way you were brought up, the way maybe it could be karmic as well. There's many reasons why you may feel off in different situations. So it is important that you have a conversation with yourself and you say, okay, I cannot stay in this environment. I cannot continue that conversation. Why? Is it because really of what they say? And if you got triggered by somebody's comments about your work, about your powers, about your personality, about your past, about your choices, why is it affecting you? Why somebody that is not in your skin, maybe in your reality, but not in your skin, so obviously not living 24 hours a day with you, why their beliefs, their conception of what is good and wrong would affect you to a point that you feel depleted, you feel tired, you feel not good enough, you feel you're doubting. So that becomes a personal block. And a personal block, emotional, karmic, ancestral, energetic, may give you the sensation that it's them. So yes, it may be them, whomever they are, but the fact that you may keep their energy and what it triggers within you a bit too long tells you that they poked something in you. They poked you on a very, very sensitive point that requires you to heal, simply to heal. Remember, we talk about energy, but you're a human being and you still have emotions and you still have blocks to clear. And totally disregarding this, hello Elizabeth and Chantal, disregarding all this is also a bypassing some work to do. And that is such a misconception that's it, I'm highly intuitive, I should be able to heal myself and to do everything. We're not. I know some people may be able to do this, but most of us, we are evolving, we're growing, and the way we'll learn about ourselves and about our powers, it's also clearing what sets us off balance. So the energy hygiene is to be aware of what triggers you, number one. Find out whether it's coming from you or another source, like, is it the world situation that is hurting you? Or is it your community? Is it your family? And the other question is why, if it's the case, why do I keep this in my field for so long? Why is it still altering my field of perception and the way I act into my life and the way I behave, even though that energy was initially felt an hour ago, a day ago? Why is it still like, why do I still feel depleted? That is not because of them. It's really because of the fact that you're hanging on to their energy because you think that somehow they might be right, or somehow you might be wrong, or somehow you're not solid about your own energy, and any kind of comment or any kind of conflictual energy or opposite energy is destabilizing you. If you feel destabilized, it's because originally your energy was not solid enough. It's not a judgment. Remember, it's not a judgment. It's just that, let's say we're light workers. You receive a comment from somebody telling you that, yeah, it's not working what you're doing. Yeah, okay, you may have 10 clients, 20 clients who tell you that you're wonderful, you're having such an impact on people, but there's that person that said, yeah, I just had a session with you, didn't do anything. So does it mean that the 10 previous sessions you had are obsolete and totally wrong, or they did not happen, or your powers they lied to you? No, the fact you may be reacting to that unique comment about your intuitive powers, about your ability, is more connecting to your self-confidence, maybe connected to the fact that somebody told you something similar in the past or in a past life. There's so many origins to potential origins to these feelings, but it is important to realize that if they trigger me, besides the fact that I have experienced happiness around the same topic in other circumstances, there's two choices. Step back if it's too heavy, disconnect if it's too heavy, and don't go back in similar situations. But if it's something you have to face, family, work, and you cannot really escape it, it's really important to find ways to take time for yourself and find ways also to see how much it's not reawakening a wound within you. And if somebody's comment, somebody's behavior, somebody's presence is triggering like, then there's something to work in you. And it's important because it will follow you. It's true, you can do a lot of activations and a lot of healing, and it can slowly disappear on its own. But by experience, and I'm talking like all my experience as not only as a channeler, but also as a hypnotist. So it means like over 3,000 connections and sessions, and probably more because I'm not counting the most recent ones. But I would say that a deep feeling of, this is setting me off, and it's the same feeling coming back in the same situations, chances are that you have a block and it needs to be identified so you can release it. And before releasing it, you need to understand the lesson. I do that during, definitely more, I would say, when I do private mentoring program. It's a little bit harder in a group because it's hard for me to take each person one by one. But even in my membership, every month I'm selecting a person, so it's easy for me to really focus on that person's block. But even when I work with people one-on-one on helping them develop their intuitive powers, there's always an aspect of the work that implies emotional healing, energetic healing, and if it's the case, karmic and ancestral healing. It might take a week, it might take 3 months, we never know, and it depends how much you're ready to, jump onto the or jump into the new energy field. Some people, and it's very unconscious, some people do not like certain feelings, certain experiences, but it's a bit harder to let go because that's all they know. That's all they know. It's very unconscious. Nobody wants to stay in sadness. Nobody wants to stay in fear or in doubt. But it's easier to understand the concept of disconnecting from the doubt than actually doing it. So it implies work. But until you can go deep, deep, deep into this work, whether it's with me, whether it's with whomever you want to work on these aspects, and I still do that for myself, and I still do connect with other colleagues to just help me clear things. It's harder to work on yourself. It's definitely harder. It's nice to have somebody who can channel something different or can see something different. So it should not be a burden, but it's a constant reevaluation. Every time you clear a block which sets you off energetically, you just flow with that energy until the next person, until the next energy. Of course, the more you work on yourself, the more you develop your intuitive abilities, the quicker you sense those triggers, and the easier it becomes to dissolve them and replace them by a feeling of neutrality. Because that's the ideal, beautiful ones. The ideal is to not put yourself into a space where you will feel aggressed. I think we're wise enough not to jump into the lion's den, but there will be times where you cannot plan that. You're invited at a conference, or you have a client and suddenly out of nowhere that person makes a comment, and suddenly it's like you're losing all your composure. You're starting to doubt. You're starting to do everything. It's hard to plan that. But as you grow, as you evolve, as you trust yourself and make peace with your flaws and your gifts, then you realize, oh, that did hurt me. Okay, I will continue on. I'm letting go of that feeling, but I will think about it. I will maybe ask for support. Why did I feel this way? What is not healed within me? And I will conclude with this, the ultimate goal for the light workers, mainly for the light workers who will work with clients and groups of people, is to make sure that whatever they say, whatever they do not say, whether they're smiling back at you, acknowledging that, yes, it's working, yes, more, or nothing, or whatever their reaction is, you are strong, you're focused, you know your value, and their feedback, even if it's heavy, won't ever, ever alter the goal, the vision, your true energy, your true core energy, and what you're here for. So the ideal is to become neutral to what used to trigger us. Neutral meaning I'm not responding like, oh, I'm hurt, I'm defending myself, or I run away right away. So the fight, flight, fawn, or freeze feelings are telling you that you are really involved emotionally and there's something to heal. But the goal is not to be hurt by it. And if you are, to jump quickly, continue on what you are doing and revisit the pain and understand why. So I hope it helps to understand why you may feel different levels of energies. And again, others are triggering you, but in the end, you're the one consciously or unconsciously deciding whether you keep that energy within you. Sometimes we really are confused. We feel an energy and we think it's ours while it's theirs, and we make it ours, we keep it, and why do I feel this way? That's one thing. And then there are the comments, the energy that are triggering, something that is really personal and that we need to work on. Somebody says, I don't need to be around people to feel that way. So I'm not sure what you refer to, but of course, if there are some people that you feel you're not comfortable with, of course, don't go there. But at the same time, if you feel the same way around the same people and they're not mean per se, of course, I'm not asking you to go with a group of extremists that are obviously not your kind of people. But if it's family, if it's family, or if it's people that you have to see because it's in your reality, then there's a way for you to work on your energy field, not on your energy field, but on your energy projection and how you expose yourself to to those realities. So I hope it did help you understand what is yours, what is not yours, and if it's yours, how to rapidly not keep it in your field, but put it in somewhere in your mind and say, that person did trigger me. I will resolve that later, but now I continue. I enjoy my life. This is not blocking the rest of my life. This person's energy, and most of the time, people's energies are based on their own experience of life. So they might make a comment or just be who they are because they're scared, because that's their stuff. So because you're sensitive, you might pick on this, but on these energies. But remember, if you know who you are, you'll know what is yours and what isn't. And that's important. And again, self-care, constant health, self-care is important. Doing whatever you need to clear your energy. And that involves getting the body active. It's not just channeling, it's really getting the body active. Meet people you like, compensate until you find yourself in any situation, in any circumstance, in any conversation, and whether they agree with you or not, whether their energy is wonderful or not, you still remain yourself. You still remain you, and your vibration is not altered at all. It's something that I will definitely talk a lot in my membership. I mean, I will rapidly end this conversation with just telling you what's coming ahead. If you want to dive in more and enter my vortex, as I shared on Facebook, there won't be any group program as of yet, because I'm expanding the Abundant Lightworker program, which will take you from every area of the intuitive growth, from clearing the blocks, from being aware of your own energy field, understanding the energies you're dealing with. So all the energetic hygienes, manifestation, abundance, intuitive power development, clearing of the energy. I haven't finished it, so I'm just thinking of everything. How to be a professional light worker for those of you who want to share their magic with others. How to respond to clients' energy. How to move on, understand your soul purpose, so the choices you make are aligned with them, and you understand that if ever something doesn't work out, it's not because of you. It's maybe because of a program. It's maybe because of you upgrading yourself. So that is coming up very, very soon. What is accessible right now, and I will share the link now. And if you don't see it, I probably can show it there, but I mean, there are two ways to work with me right now. The first one, which is the most affordable one, is being part of my membership called the Multidimensional Lightworker Community. And if you go to that link, you will see all the details. Eventually, I will show you how it looks inside for those of you who are just curious, but you already have 40 activations plus. I do feel we're around 44 activations, and you have 2 or 3 more per month. This container touches every area of the intuitive expansion. And that involves working around your energy. That involves working on your emotions. That involves connecting to your higher self, connecting to light beings. And this container is ideal to remain connected with fluctuating energies, external energies, because we do channel our higher selves and cosmic energy, so we understand where are we heading energetically, or where are we headed energetically speaking, so you can balance your own energy with what is happening. But that means also, today we talked about abundance. That was part of today's live activation, and we went through all the possible blocks light workers or going through around abundance. And I'm telling you, we did such a clearing. It was quite amazing. So that is a big component of the life of the light worker, not always feeling that everything is available. I know that in 2 weeks we will receive galactic teachings, which is receiving new information from our galactic friends, things we need to know about powers and how they evolve, things we need to know about humanity's evolution. So this community, simply the Multidimensional Lightworker community, helps you evolve on your own as an intuitive being, as a light worker in service, while being aware of external energies, while being aware of what is happening outside, how I can take the best of it, what humanity is going through, how the cosmic and galactic energies are affecting us and helping us move ahead. So it's, I should say, it's the support you get along as you evolve, as you grow. And if you feel that that is not enough, of course, there's the one-on-one work you can do with me. It's usually over 3 months. It can be extended. You have access to the membership. You have access. No, I'm sorry. You have access to the course, the Abundant Lightworker digital course. Plus, you have live sessions with me. So we can really connect to your own field of energy, so we can connect to your higher self and understand what are the blocks, what are you meant to express right now. So of course it's way more personalized. It's a little bit more expensive because of course it's personalized and it's built as we go with you, but it's highly activating, really highly activating. After this, you'll know pretty much what are your gifts, what are your abilities, what's coming ahead for you, and how to work with the energies. Definitely. Yes. So if you are interested either way, feel free to simply contact me, send me a DM, send me a messenger text, and I can simply discuss with you whether that would be a good fit for you or not. And I think that's the best way when you want to work one-on-one with me, is simply discuss and understand what I have to offer you and how I can help you move forward. As for the community, just go and check that link, and you will learn a lot about the content. But I promise you that in the next days, I will show you the inside, so you can see that there's so much content. And every month I'm adding more and more content, more channeled content. So that's wonderful. Let me see. Yes, Elizabeth, you'll have access to the replay. Let me see if there are okay, Elizabeth, made myself wrong. Okay, because you had a conflict. Blamed myself. I had a wave of gold light. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Yes. So yeah, those of you who are used to play with their energies, as soon as they feel hurt, they will know very quickly how to heal themselves. I mean, remember, there's mainly if it's a conflict with one person, there's that person, there's you, there's their fears, their blocks, their hopes, their pains, and there's your expectations, and there's your beliefs. And of course, if it's somebody you care a lot, then you might take on their evaluation of the reality, their comments as like as if they're your own. And we're all humans, and we're all being affected by that. And it is important to find out why it triggers you. Why is that person thinking, feeling, acting differently? And it's still turning me off. It's still, triggering me. Of course, we're not talking about violent actions and things that are not acceptable. We're just talking about, conversations. Yes. Yes, beautiful from Hawaii. I need to know how to pronounce your name correctly. Lamuku? I don't know if it's an I. Ilamuku? I would love to know how to pronounce your name. Tell me, is it Ilamuku? Lamuku? I would love to know. So I will let you go for now. Ilamuku, wonderful. I didn't know if it was a capital I at the beginning or another L. So wonderful. From which island? I would be interested to know. Until then, beautiful ones, we will meet weekly again in the container. I won't be live on all platforms all the time. I do that once a month where I'm live on YouTube and all the Facebook channels I have. Oahu, it's the only island I haven't been to. I've done the other ones, or most of them. I've done Maui, I've done Kauai, and I've done the Big Island. So, and I'm on Vancouver Island. You're not that far from me. So if you want to just feel those energies again and be part of these channeled activations, they're mini channeled activations, but they're still bringing a lot of energy rewiring, a lot of awareness about how you feel. There's so much potential. Just know that we're here every week, but definitely in the Facebook group. I'm trying to find out if the Facebook group, I have the link to the Facebook group here. Yes, there it is. There it is. So you can type that address or search Abundant and Leading Lightworkers or Lightworker in the Facebook group section. And you can be sure that you will attend all of them, or at least you'll be invited to attend all the weekly activations, plus the posts, plus the surprises. And I do regularly offer to give a channeled guidance to some of you. So there are a lot of benefits to be part of that group. If you think you are in need of more support, longer support, more personalized support, you have again the membership or working one-on-one with me. But again, if you're watching this from YouTube or anywhere else except my free group on Facebook, I won't be live on all platforms every week, only in the group you see below here. So I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. We will talk to you soon, but if ever in the next hours and the next days you feel triggered or you're aware of your energy being affected by anything, just post something in the group or maybe here in the comment section so we can discuss about that. Remember, your experience will help others grow as well. And being aware of what triggers you is actually a wonderful way of letting it go. Being aware of what triggers you is actually a wonderful way, they're making me repeat this, is actually a wonderful way of knowing what you need to heal. And from there, all you need to do is take action. All right, beautiful ones. I'll see you very soon in this container or in all the other containers I have. And I give you big, big hugs from Vancouver Island. Bye-bye for now. Beautiful.